Hey guys, it's Imani Monet. I'm like doing a newsletter while I'm drinking a kale smoothie while I decided to start filming our behind the beauty podcast, which is this is such like true Imani fashion. Like I'm doing like 15 different things at one time to try to do one thing. I blame ADHD. But also, like, I've had a podcast for a couple years now. It's been MIA, it's been dead and gone, and this is like my attempt at trying to redo it. This morning I woke up, I had a super smooth like morning. I wake up super early all the time, super duper early, and I got out of bed at probably like 7:30 though, and I was like, what do I want to do today? I definitely want to shoot the Behind the Beauty podcast, and let me make sure that I just set time apart today to do so. Um, I I got dressed. I just like set my day up so I can do this, and then I took a walk to the train, and I like literally just took the most amazing walk this morning. I picked up some fruit for the spa. I stopped by the farmer's market, which I never get a chance to go to because I'm always literally working. Like people, you know, I'm no in no shape, way, or form complaining. Um, but I always work. And for me to be 26 and to have and do what I'm doing now, especially from where I came from and how I grew up, this is nothing short of a miracle, amazing, a blessing. I'm happy to walk in this every day, and I'm just really thankful and blessed for like what we have and what I have, and what I'm doing for the community as well. Like, let's not forget that. But I spent a lot of my like younger 20s and late teens working, like honestly, whether it was for me or if it was for somebody else or if it was like in like I did so many different odd jobs. Like I've worked at Whole Foods, I've worked as a receptionist at a lawyer firm, I've worked at receptionist at medical spas, at regular spas, at mom and pop spas, at lash bars, like at nail salons. Like I've worked in nail salons, you know. I've done so many different jobs that I didn't realize was preparing me for this moment right now and doing what I'm doing now. So I say that to say, make sure that you're taking every experience for what it is and be super intentional about the experiences you choose to let in, because whether you understand it now or not, every situation is really shaping you to be who you are in the future. It really is. Like, it really, really is. I didn't realize that at first. Also, like, I had this dream the other day, and this is like not my first time trying to shoot this podcast either. This is like my second or third time trying to shoot this podcast, and I woke up with the intentions this morning that like, no, next week I'm putting this out, because it's been too many times where I've been afraid to either create content, put content out, to start things, because I'm like there's one part of me that's honestly, I feel like I'm really scared of growth. And it sounds crazy, but I might be scared of growth. Like, it's a real thing. And I say that, and I mean, like, I'm sometimes I fear what growing a big social media platform looks like, and it's not because I'm scared of getting sales or making more money. I'm scared of the people and the personality types that comes with. I'm not a real like social media person. Like, I like to do what I like to do. I like to share what I like to share. I don't put on or act like a different person for social media. I'm really protective over my family, my friends, my relationships with people. Like, I'm really just private about that and sacred about that, because I've had a time where I was just putting everything out there, and then somebody would make a comment and it would really like affect me, or you know, I've always had like not a huge social media following, but there's people who follow me who didn't know me, you know, and it just like, I don't know, it just made me feel weird at one point. I remember like years ago, I was in a relationship and we always shared our stuff. We had like a couples YouTube page together and everything. And like girls would try to DM him and message him, and it was just like super weird. And he would show me, and he was, I hopefully really faithful. I mean, I'm not in that relationship anymore. I could care less. But it was just like really weird to me, you know, how that it just like happened. And like even my mom, like sharing my mom, like people would like follow my mom. Like, why are you following my mom? Like, that's my mom. Like, it's so weird. And I'm super protective over everybody that I love, like my mom, my sisters, like my dad, like everybody. I'm super protective over that, and I'm super personal. Like, you don't need to know things that you don't need to know, because this is my family. Like, I don't know things about your family. Like, I really just want things to really be rooted in beauty, wellness, and, you know, the things that I built the community to be about, and not like me and making me a superstar or famous or social media. Like, I'm really in this for the betterment of our community. I really want my platform to be a health, wellness, and mental, physical, financial, like wellness platform. I don't really want it to be like about me. I understand that while building it, there would be certain things that I share personal wise, like from my personal life. But I'm only sharing things that I feel comfortable sharing. Every piece of information about me, people will not know, and feel comfortable making up things on your own, but I won't address, approve, or deny things are true. I just can't do that. And that's why I say sometimes like I'm scared to grow, because like I'll post, I'll watch the social media followers go up, and then I'll be like, oh, this is scary. Let me go hide back in my little bubble, because I don't like how much attention. Like, for some people don't like attention. Like, I know some people who really like attention, and they want all the attention. And me, I'm literally fine sitting in the corner, being by myself. And people confuse that with being social. Like, I can be social without wanting attention. I can be like a nice person without wanting people to talk to me. I can like be a nervous, a shy person, but still like start a conversation. It's the two realities can exist in one. I can be successful in my in-person business, but be scared to grow my online business. That's a thing. Online is not nice. It's not nice. It's not full of nice people. I'm so glad and so thankful that a lot of nice people follow me, send me love and light, but there are negative people who are out there. Like, there really are. And I don't know, sometimes they just like start things for no reason. Like, they put me in things for no reason, and I'm like, I literally don't even have time to respond to this. I don't even like have time. I don't have time to care about what you think I care about if I did. And I wouldn't care about it if I had the time to care about it. Just because, like, I don't know. I really just, if things, again, don't come between me feeding my family, my business, you can say whatever you want about me. I really don't care. I really don't care. I know who I am. I'm grounded and I'm rooted in who I am, because I spent the time to figure out who I am, my likes, my dislikes, find out what triggers I have, find out the things that I need to work on personality-wise, personally, figure out what growth means to me, figure out what happiness means to me, figure out what things make me sad, trigger me to be sad, trigger me to be anxious, Yeah, I've taken that time, so I really don't care what outside people have to say. I had a dream the other day where it was like, it was so weird. And again, this is my second or third time trying to shoot this podcast. And I basically was saying I had a dream, and it was basically, we were driving. It was like a van full of us, right? It was a van full of us. It wasn't just me. It was like 6 people, 5 other people. The driver, I know my sister was there. I feel like it was my mom driving, but I'm not 100% sure. I just know it was like more of a feeling than a face. Like, I felt the feeling of who was there, but I didn't see their faces, which was super weird to me, but like, cool, it's a dream, whatever, right? So we're in the car. I think it was my sister's friends and then my partner. And we were driving. I don't know where we were going, but I know I was super excited to go there. Like, so excited. I was so excited to go there. I'm like, why are we taking so long? I know this place is so close. Like, why are we taking so long? Oh, it's not traffic. We're moving so slow. The car is going so slow. Why is the person driving so slow? Oh my gosh, I want to get there. You know when you're on your way somewhere and you get there, like you're on the way, the trip there, and it just feels like it's taking forever. Like, it always feels like going somewhere feels like it takes longer than coming back. And I read a bit about this a while ago because I just read random facts and know different things. I don't know why I do this, but but yeah, it was like a thing where your brain already saw or calculated how long it takes to go somewhere. So on the ride back, your brain already knows what to expect, kind of. I'm paraphrasing, but like, that was just the gist of it. That was the meat and potatoes, honestly. So I'm like, it's taking so long to get there. We finally get there, and I'm like, oh, thank God. We all get out the car, stretch our legs. We're ready to go to this place because not only did it take forever for us to get there, we left later in the day, and I know that the place closed at like 9 o'clock, and we got there like 6. So we get there, and we're like, I found out that the place was an amusement park. Like, okay, so who's not excited to go to an amusement park, right? So I get out and I'm like, oh yeah, we're going to the amusement park. For some reason, I didn't know where we were going in the car, but I knew I was excited to get there. But then when I got out the car, I knew that we were going to the amusement park. It was so weird. Like, it was so weird. And we're all stretching, going there, throwing like some shade about like how long it took to get there and stuff like that. And we go in the amusement park, we have fun, loads of fun, blah, 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 blah. We come out now from the amusement park, and I'm like, I want to drive home because, like, it took forever for us to get here with you driving, honestly. I didn't say that, but I was thinking it. And I was just like, I want to go home. Oh, you rest. Let me drive. You know, something like that. And, yeah, it was just like, okay, so we got in the car, right? We get in the car, and from us getting in the car, it was like, I say like a lot. That's something that I'm working on. I acknowledge it. I'm working on it. It's, instead of me taking a moment to think about what I want to say, I'm filling that moment with like, and, or something that just like prolongs the thought, when honestly I can just be quiet and just think about what I have to say before I say it, and then don't have the and. But anyway, you know, and you know, oh my gosh, I say you know so much. I don't know. I say it so much. It's like a part of who I am, and a part of me thinks that that's okay, you know, but you know, gosh. But yeah, so getting back to the story, I noticed myself doing it, and I always just like find it funny and laugh about it, just because I know it's something that I'm working on, and it's not a bad thing. And everything that you're working on in life doesn't have to be like a bad thing or super bad, or you don't have to beat yourself up about it. It's literally just something that you're working on. It's okay. It's really okay. Whether it's like from you forgetting to make up the bed in the morning, or from you forgetting to, I don't know, like wash a dish at night. Like, just work on it. Don't beat yourself up, and don't allow anybody else to beat you up about it, you know? Life. But yeah, we were on our way, and I love to go home and take showers. Like, unless I go home and take a shower, I don't really feel clean. I don't. It's my time to decompress once I come in the house, and I feel like I always just need to decompress because I'm always put in situations where I end up being the leader of something, and it's not a bad thing, but I don't always want to be a leader. I like to take the seat back. I like to be in the passenger seat. I like to not have to use my brain all the time. It's just very simple. I use my brain a lot on a day-to-day basis, and I don't want to use it all the time. I don't. So, that's my time to like rest and relax. And this time, though, in the dream, I was like driving, which I'm normally not the person to be like, I want to drive. I definitely am not. I will definitely call an Uber. I'm so quick to call an Uber. Like, oh, you don't want to drive? Okay, let's call an Uber. But in this thing, I chose to drive. I wanted to get home really fast because that person was just driving really slow, right? So I get in the car, right? And like, the brake felt so hard. I was like, why is the brake feeling like this? The gas was so hard to press. Shifting the car out of park to drive was so hard. Turning the wheel felt like, like it was so hard to turn it. It was so hard to turn it. So hard to turn it. And like, even putting the blinker on was just so hard. And I was just like, why is everything about driving this car so hard? Like, why? Why is everything about driving this car so hard? Shifting lanes was so hard. Like, putting the blinker on, getting into other lane because the wheel was just like, it was so hard to turn. It was so hard to turn. And I woke up from that dream thinking about, sorry, I have like kale in my throat. I woke up from that dream thinking about how a lot of times we see someone doing something, we see someone on a journey, right? We see these things, and we don't really know what they're going through because, is my nipple out? My nipple's always out. Because we don't know what they're going through because, number one, sometimes people don't say what they're going through. Number two, sometimes they don't wear what they're going through. And number three, we ultimately won't feel it because it's not our journey to go through. Like, you can be an empath and feel for other people, or you can be empathetic and feel for other people. But at the end of the day, everyone's journey is their own. And we have to understand that just because somebody makes something look good, they make it seem easy, they make it seem okay, doesn't mean that they're not going through anything. And I really, really, really love and appreciate having that dream because it made me understand, like, not only do people not see and understand what I go through, but I don't see and understand what other people go through. And before we sit there and cast a judgment on someone or just think that someone has it easy, you don't know how many layers of things that may be going on from the car steering wheel not working, the direction that they're going in might be cloudy, from the gas not working, they don't know how to move forward, from the brake not working all the way correctly. They may not know how to stop or turn around to see what's going on. From moving from park to drive, they may not know how to accelerate. And that dream just meant so much to me because number one, I feel like whenever I have dreams, they're just very deep and very just a things to think about, things that are going on in my current life, things that might be going on behind the scenes. And I had this dream like maybe 2 weeks ago, and the fact that when I had it, I have a notebook next to my bed that I just write things down when it comes to mind. I love just carrying notebooks around with me and journaling and just like having a space for my thoughts and for my intentions, and even just like little things that just pop up throughout the day. I highly encourage it. My notes app, I feel like I put things in my notes app and then they just never see the light of day again. So having a notebook definitely just makes me be more intentional about what I write down. But yeah, that dream just was so much for me. It was so much for me. And I say this to say, like, we all have fears. We all have fears. We all have things that we're afraid of and we're scared of. And I really want to use this platform again to speak wellness, whether it's mental health, whether it's physical health, whether it's spiritual health, whether it's financial health. There's so many things in our community that we just weren't taught and aren't taught, and I'm still on the pathway of learning things as well. I feel like life stops when you stop having the willingness and wanting for learning. So yeah. Thank you again so much for tuning in. I definitely plan on having guests in the near future, and yeah. Thank you. I really appreciate it. This is a short episode just because I do have to get to the store. But I really just wanted to stop being afraid of growing and afraid of... Is my nipples out again? Afraid of growth and actually do it, because I'm always somebody to tell people, do it. Don't be scared. Oh my God, just start. You just need to start where you're at. And then I'm scared to grow things, and I'm scared to put myself out there more. And again, the online is a scary place. It's a really scary place. And I just feel really comfort in being in person. But as we've all seen through COVID, things can change in an instant. And I'm not saying that I'm doing this because of COVID, because again, I started a podcast in about 2017, 2018, and I still have like episodes on our Alex. One of my interviews was with Alex Molly. She's a musician. What the heck was I saying? She's a musician. And she's really creative, and I interviewed her a long time ago in Thutmose, and to look at their career now today, it's such an amazing turn. I'm so happy for both of them. But it just goes to say, like, if I was consistent with that, where would I have been with the podcasting, you know? And I just don't want my lack of consistency and drive and the urge to get better to get in the way of my personal, financial, and how I'm able to set future generations who come from me up in the future. So I'm just trying every day to not have that scarcity and that fear of growth. It is kind of scary. It is. I'm sorry. But I didn't really introduce myself, and I apologize for introducing myself at the end. My name is Imani Monet, and I'm the owner of Beauty Strike. I'm a licensed esthetician in the state of New York, and I own a skincare and laser hair removal store in Brooklyn, New York. And yeah, I'm sitting in Beauty Strike's warehouse right now, and in our little cute set that we set up for like Instagram lives and stuff. I can't wait until we set up our Halloween one or like fall one. It's the vibes, the ideas, the execution. It's gonna be amazing. Shout out to my team, who honestly gives me the strength. They give me perspective. They keep me going. They helped me out so much when I mentally, physically, emotionally wasn't there, they kept me in tune. They stopped me from stopping a bunch of times when things got hard. Reminded me who I am, what I mean for the community, what we mean for the community, what the business means for the community. Thank you for everyone who donates to our community fridge. And we plan on doing more donation-based things and more just pop-up events for donations, whether it's clothes, whether it's like a whole bunch of different things. I've been looking into a bunch of different platforms and places where we can donate clothes, food, etc., and they go to the right places. Also, like, for things to get recycled, I've been really looking for like a clothing company that can help recycle clothing, because I feel like that's a thing also. Number one, clothes need to go to people so they can wear them, but also like things that you feel like is not wearable for someone else, it needs to go to somewhere that it can get recycled so we can use these materials again. That's just like, another part of what I see for the bigger scope of the world as well as the brand. And yeah, I just thank you guys for being here, guys and gals and thems, ladies and gentle thems. Thank you so much for like being here and seeing us grow. It means so much when like a customer comes in and they're like, wow, Imani, wow, like you guys did something else to the store. That makes me feel so good, because number one, every dollar that we literally get, I go into reinvesting into the store, into the warehouse, into the brand, redoing labels, making sure our packaging is tight, like not tight like tight, like tight like cute, like, making sure that we're putting into our website design, making sure that we're like making sure our employees are happy, making sure that like it's just like so many things that we do. And I'm really happy for the people who are magnetized towards our brand and who spend their dollars with us, who spend their time with us, who share our stuff online, who review our stuff online, especially with pictures. Like, it means a lot to all of us, and especially me. So thank you again for tuning in. And if you have any suggestions, questions, or people that you want to see on this podcast, let me know in the comments below. But whatever platform this is on, please like, comment, and share. And I'll see you in the next one.